Good morning, children. Today we are going to see the second part of the chapter, Molecular Basis of Inheritance. So today we are going to cover the salient features of double helical structure and how the DNA is packaged in eukaryotes. So first let us cover structure of DNA. Already we studied DNA is made up of two polynucleotide chains. So here these two polynucleotide chains both are in opposite direction. So one is from 5 dash to 3 dash n and other is from 3 dash to 5 dash n. So that you call that as anti-parallel in direction. Okay, so now these two strands are held together by hydrogen bond in between the bases, that is adenine it pairs with thymine and guanine it pairs with cytosine. In between adenine and thymine, two hydrogen bonds are there, and in between guanine and cytosine, three hydrogen bonds are there. So now let us see the main features of the double helical structure of DNA. So here the purine it comes opposite to pyrimidine, that is adenine and guanine, they are coming under purines. So adenine it pairs with thymine. Thymine is a pyrimidine. Okay, so like that adenine it pairs with thymine, like that guanine with cytosine. The purine it comes opposite to pyrimidine. So when you see the two chains are coiled in right-handed fashion, and the pitch of the helix it is about 3.4 nanometer, and slightly when you observe now there is 10 base pairs are there in a particular turn. One turn there is about 10 base pairs will be there. The distance between the base pairs it is about 0.34 nanometer. Okay, so here the hydrogen bond mainly it is important for the stability of the double helical structure. So here the one base pair it stacks over the other double helical structure. Here the DNA it transcribes to form mRNA, and the mRNA it translates to form protein. So this one we call that a central dogma theory. In between the DNA it duplicates to form its own DNA, so during cell division. So that is you call that as duplication. So DNA to RNA that you call that as transcription, and RNA to protein you call that as translation. So this is the same thing. So here also it is being shown how the double helical structure, so by it is transcribing to form a single helical structure, that is RNA, then later it is converted into protein. The same thing in other diagram it is being shown. So the DNA to DNA, so that you call that as this is replication or duplication, and the next one DNA to RNA, so it forms a single stranded structure, that is transcription, and later with the help of ribosomes and this mRNA it forms the protein, that you call that as translation. So when it is doing transcription, for example the light color, that is light green color portion, it is undergoing the transcription among the two strands of DNA. The light green color portion it is transcribing. When it is transcribing, you see here triple A, it forms the opposite base U. So instead of T it forms U, because in RNA instead of thymine uracil is present. Like that CAA, opposite bases, that is G, for C it is G, for A it is U. The same way it is transcribing. Then while translating, so according to the particular type of bases, for example triple U for that phenylalanine, GUU for that valine. So like that each and every base pair, that is we call that as genetic code. Three bases together it forms a genetic code that we will study later. So that it is forming one amino acid. So three together, the bases it codes for one amino acid. Like that, so many amino acids together it forms polypeptide chain. So polypeptide chain is called as protein, nothing else. This is the other way of showing the central dogma theory. So now let us come to the packaging of DNA helix. So how the DNA double helical structure it is packaged inside. You will be wondering actually in a typical mammalian cell, when you observe no, in a single cell there will be 2.2 meters length chromosome is present. So how is it packaged? So how do you know the length of the DNA? So how can you find out? A simple method. So you know the distance between two base pairs, it is about 0.34 nanometer. Okay. So when this is now multiplied by the distance, means the length of the DNA. Okay, when you are you can length of the DNA you can find out. Simply you are multiplying the number of base pairs with the distance between the base pairs. This is the number of base pairs and this multiplied by the distance. So when you multiply you will be getting about 2.2 meters length. The length of DNA is more than the dimension of a typical nucleus. Then how is it packaged inside? This much such a long polymer, how is it packaged inside the cell? So it is packaging method that only we are going to see. When you see in the case of prokaryotes, nothing to worry, they are having only the nucleoid portion. But in the case of eukaryotes, no, the DNA, it is being organized in a particular way. That is in eukaryotes, especially the packaging method, the special method is there. So that only we are going to see, that is in the form of nucleosome. You see the nucleosome, this one. So like that it is coiled together. So how is it formed? Let us see a single nucleosome. In a, actually it is no DNA. So they are acidic and it is positively it is no the DNA it is coiled around the positively charged basic protein, that you call that as histones. So histones are positively charged. Okay, as they are rich in basic amino acids lysine and arginine. So because of that they are positively charged. So around that the negatively charged DNA is wrapped. The DNA is acidic form and that is basic form histone. So actually so it is no coiled upon that, wrapped around that. You can see the histone is octamer. Octamer means 8 units are there. You can see 8 units are there. It is being coiled upon that the histone octamer. So the tightly then packed DNA wrapped around the histone, it forms a structure called nucleosome. It is a single nucleosome. This diagram is repeatedly being asked in board exams. So you see here so many nucleosomes are there, 1, 2, 3 nucleosome, and once again they are coiled together. You can see how is it packaged, the nucleosome, and again these nucleosomes are more coiled and it forms further coiling, and you see the extremely condensed chromosome. So this one you call that as chromatid. So actually this type of structure you can see during cell division. During metaphase condition it forms this structure. The coiling, the chromatin is a thread-like structure, but it becomes more coiled to form chromatid, that you can see during cell division. So the nucleosomes, it looks like a beads on a string. Okay, I already told you chromatin fibers, they become condensed during metaphase stage, and that you call that as chromatid, TID. So when the packaging at higher level, it needs additional set of proteins, so that you call that as non-histone chromosomal proteins, NHC. So in a typical nucleus, somewhere there will be loosely coiled portions, somewhere there will be densely coiled structure. So densely packed, that you call that as heterochromatin. Loosely coiled structure, that is it will be lightly stained, that you call that as euchromatin. So euchromatin is transcriptionally active and heterochromatin is inactive portion. So you can see the differences between euchromatin and heterochromatin. So euchromatin, it is loosely packed and it stains light, and the heterochromatin is densely packed and stains dark. And transcriptionally active portion you call that as euchromatin, and transcriptionally inactive portion you call that as heterochromatin. You can see the photograph. So this is just, it is looking like beads on string. It is electron microscopic feature. So here in this portion you focus upon the diagram, that is the nucleosome. This is the diagram given in your NCERT book. So this diagram is being repeatedly asked to draw or for labeling in board exams, and sometimes very rarely they ask the difference between euchromatin and heterochromatin. Otherwise most repeatedly asked portion is that is the structure of nucleosome. Okay children, so today we will conclude up to this. Then tomorrow we will continue with the third part of this chapter. Thank you.